welcome to a new episode from our podcast Land Talks. Today we have a very special guest, Maryanne Gichanga. It's such a pleasure to have you with us today, Maryanne.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Would you please give us a little bit of introduction about yourself?
All right. My name is Maryanne Gichanga. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Agritech Analytics, a company incorporated in Kenya, where we use AI-powered satellite imagery data and IoT sensors to halt and reverse soil degradation, pests and diseases, majorly for smallholder farmers to increase their yields, better their lives, and also save the land.
Thank you so much. So let me first ask you, Maryanne. Your work with agri-tech analytics is truly groundbreaking. Could you walk us through how your AI-powered satellite data and IoT, known as Internet of Things, sensors are helping tackle soil degradation and crop challenges? It is inspiring to see technology driving such positive changes in agriculture.
It sure is amazing. And the IoT sensors that we work with installed in the farm, and then we map the farm into a system so that satellite data starts streaming in. So what the satellite data does is that it gives us 10 years historical data of how a farm was particularly performing.
10 years?
Yes.
Wow.
And it also gives us some weeks of weather data, and we can also predict the produce that these farmers will get. And then our IoT sensor checks on the ground level and root level. On the ground, it scans the leaves and stems for pests and diseases, and on the root level, it checks on the soil health parameters like moisture levels, pH, NPK, and temperature. And this data from the two sources is interpreted and analyzed and sent to the farmer in simple alerts in their vernacular languages. So the farmer receives the pests and diseases affecting their farm, type of fertility of their soil, and fertilizers to use, chemicals to use. They also get a prediction of the yields that they could get, that they can use as collateral for loans, and they also get a 14-day weather forecasting so that they're able to know how to plan. For example, a farmer will know if they need help in their farms, when to recruit people to come and help them. Can you imagine you've recruited 7 people, then it rains?
No.
Then you have to pay them. So they're able to plan their time. They're able to plan their harvest time, planting time. They're just guided all through their planting season.
This is very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk a little bit about empowering farmers with data. Empowering smallholder farmers is at the heart of what you do, Maryanne. How do the data-driven insights provided by agri-tech analytics transform the way farmers approach their crops and soil? Your dedication to improving profitability while protecting the environment is truly commendable.
Thank you so much. So the insights that we send to the farmers help them achieve a lower input costs because we have targeted solutions for their problems. With our AI empowered data, the farmer is able to identify diseases and pests before the naked eye can see them, hence reducing the crop loss, and thus they are able to apply, for example, pesticides at a specific place as opposed to spraying the whole farm.
Yes.
With the moisture level monitoring, they are also able to save on water. They are also able to save on the fertilizer that they are using. We also go ahead to train them on agroecological practices like using manure, composting, using organic fertilizers as opposed to the chemical fertilizers. Thus, at the end of the day, we are reducing the greenhouse gas emissions and also helping these farmers to farm sustainably, produce more, even as they save the environment.
Okay, that's great. You've received prestigious awards for your innovative work. What do you think is the most critical role of technology in promoting sustainability and land restoration? It's incredible to see how your solutions are shaping the future of sustainable agriculture. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, so first of all, we are very grateful for the support we have received. from the G20 Global Land Initiative, International Trade Center, and other international and local stakeholders that we work close with. And the funding that they have given us enables us to innovate more for the smallholder farmers. And we appreciate that climate change is here with us, and the farmers have been using traditional farming methods to go by their day-to-day activities. But they can no longer do that because climate has changed. And because things have changed, they also have to do their farming differently. And technology comes to better their farming,
Yes.
because with smart agriculture comes better ways or easier ways of coping with the changing atmosphere and the changing soils. So technology is amazing because it helps us to continually feed the population that is growing quickly as well.
Great, thank you. So let's talk a little bit about balancing innovation and accessibility. Making advanced technology accessible to smallholder farmers is no small feat.
Yeah.
How do you ensure that your AI and IoT solutions are practical and affordable for farmers in resource constrained environments?
Okay. So our business model is very keen on our target market.
Yes.
And our target market is mostly the smallholder farmers who living below $1 a day, and that is why we came up with a leasing model. We do not sell our devices to the farmers, but we lease. They pay as they use, and they pay a little fee of $4.8 a month for unlimited alerts that they can use our devices for. And this makes sure that the farmers are able to understand their soil and also be able to get the maximum and optimal level of their soil to be able to increase on their yields. And we have also partnered with local and international universities to be able to continuously train our AI models to get to specific local problems that these farmers are facing. The data sets now are locally available, hence the data we provide to the farmer is very essential for them, and we are also able to do the training with the universities, researchers and volunteers, so we do not have to do it at a very high rate.
Yes.
Hence we are able to provide it to the last mile.
I think this is very assuring
Yeah.
because technology most of the time is very, very expensive.
Yes.
But with the rates you are mentioning, that means it is accessible for everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Your vision to end hunger and reverse soil degradation in Africa is incredibly inspiring, Maryanne.
Thank you.
What does the future look like for land restoration and sustainable agriculture in the region? And how do you see agri-tech analytics contributing to this transformation?
So the future is very bright for us, especially with our strive to change the way people think about farming. So we offer trainings for our smallholder farmers, whether they're our customers or they are not. We offer trainings to everyone for them to understand. It's part of our marketing scheme. So
Okay.
we train them on the uses of soil testing. We train them on the importance of managing pests and diseases early and with less chemicals. So these farmers understand the effects of the things that they do in their farm that could actually make the environment, bring harm to the environment. So they are aware of what exactly we are helping them change, and that way they easily adapt to the solutions that we are giving them. There is resistance to technology when it comes to giving the solution to the farmers and not explaining to them what it is about. So if you are able to train them, it is like a theory of change. You change the way they are thinking.
Yes.
Remember, they've been using traditional farming methods that have been passed down from their great-grandfather to their grandfathers to their fathers. Then you're coming up with a new thing. So the most expected reaction would be they will reject whatever it is that you're telling them. Human beings don't like change.
Yes.
But if you practically show them why it is that you're doing what you're doing and explain to them the effects and give them actual examples of how it is affecting them, then they start slowly,
they will easily convinced.
Yes, they will be convinced.
Yeah.
And then we also work with local leaders. So when it is coming from their leader, it is easily now accepted by them. And those are some of the ways that we've been able to get them. And we are looking at telling our story more, releasing an impact report, maybe try and shoot some documentaries so that these farmers can actually see the changes that are being brought by agri-tech and be able to even be our ambassadors back in the villages. So we are looking at a very beautiful future, and agri-tech is committed to ending hunger, not only in Africa but globally.
Great.
Because we believe smallholder farmers are facing the same challenges everywhere. Just the approach is what is different, but we know that we can actually get there with the sensitization that is going on now.
Great, this is really fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure that you have hundreds of success stories. Can you tell us just one story for today?
Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about a farmer. For the purposes of this podcast, let's call him Eric. So we met Eric when he had given up on farming because his children were going now to higher education and the farm was no longer producing what he was used to producing. So he was really struggling to pay their school fees. And by the time we were meeting him, he had already taken a part of the farm and started constructing stone buildings because he wanted to rent out space. And then we convinced him that he shouldn't stop farming. He should try and embrace technology in his farming. So he said, okay, I'll try it on a single piece of land, of a small piece, a paddock.
Yes.
So he tried, he started using our solution, and within 3 months, he was adding the pieces of land that he was farming, he was adding. And now when we were working with him, he was working on just a very small part of the farm, less than quarter an acre, and now he has 4 acres of land where he does propagation of seed. So now he not only does the crops that he was selling, but now he does propagation of seedlings that he sells to other farmers. And then as he sells to other farmers, he has gone ahead to have his own farmer cooperative. He has a group of farmers that he guides, provides the seedlings to, and also trains them. So we are working with Eric as even our ambassador in the villages and telling them, hey, you can work with agri-tech. They have helped me heal my soil. They've helped me manage the amount of water I use, the fertilizers I use. And that for us has brought change. When we look at him, he has been able to educate his twins. He had twins in school. They are now in the last year of their higher education. And he does it effortlessly using the produce he gets from the farm and sells. So this is just one of the many success stories that we have. Changing the mindset of people and giving them hope again is what we love doing.
Of course. My final question for you, Maryanne. Based on your experience, what is one universal truth about land restoration? Something you are certain will happen when restoring land in the ecosystems and landscapes you focus on?
So one universal truth is that soil is a living thing, and when we continue mishandling soil, it dies. And for us to be able to nurture it back to its optimum level, it takes time. So no matter what quantity of chemical fertilizer you will use, trying to shorten the time frame of bringing the soil back to life, it won't work. It takes a combination of efforts of just checking and treating it well, trying to understand the components that are missing. Most of the time people think that when a particular farm is not working well, then you need fertilizer. It is not always that you need fertilizer. Sometimes it could be you've overused water, so it's waterlogged. So it is now harboring some viruses that are killing the crop. So you need to really go to the root cause of what the issue is. And that means that we need interventions, maybe technological, to be able to heal the land back to what it was. And we also need to continuously want to save the land ourselves, not just take
Yes.
from it, but also start giving back to the land.
Maryanne Gichanga, it was such a great pleasure to have you with us today. Thank you so much for
Thank you
being
for
with us.
having me.
Thank you. And for our audience, please stay tuned for more success stories and podcasts coming to you from the G20 Global Land Initiative. Bye bye.